All right, we're going to finish up 18.8 metric units for mass. We are looking at page 610 and then finishing up with the independent practice on 611 and 612. So on page 610, here's our daily assessment task. Remember, if you want to try to answer these first and then check with my video, you can, or you can just answer them along with me. Question 10. A turkey vulture weighs about as much as a laptop computer. Which is the best unit of measure to find the mass of a turkey vulture? Okay, so both of those things, got my laptop over here to the side, it's kind of heavy, so, and we're trying to find mass. So liter doesn't work because that is capacity. Kilogram is mass, and it's a heavier one, so I think that's it. Ounce is a unit of weight that we use, but it is for lighter things, so no, that's not going to make sense. And the same thing for gram, it's a unit of mass, but remember, that's the paper clip, that's the one that's really light. So our best choice is the kilogram. Which item's mass should be measured in grams? Grams are light. So which one of these is the lightest? Well, we've got a chair, a bookcase, a cat, and it looks like that's a highlighter. So that would be the lightest one that we would measure with grams. All of these others would weigh at least 1 kilogram or more. Question 12. The third grade classes are making 3 salt maps on a thin piece of plywood. Together, the 3 maps will have a total mass of 6 kilograms. If the salt mass is about half the mass of each map, what is the mass of salt needed for each map? Okay, so we have 3 maps that will have a total mass of 6 kilograms, all 3 put together. So that means if it's 6 for all 3 of them, then this one is 2 kilograms, and this one is 2 kilograms, and this one is 2 kilograms. 2, 4, 6. Because if I take 6 and divide it between 3 maps, that'll be 2 for each one. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Now it says the salt mass is about half of the mass, the weight of each map. What is the mass of the salt? So we need to know what half of this would be. So if this is 2 kilograms, then half of that would be 1 kilogram. That one was quite a multi-step question there. And then question 13. Dan wants to find the mass of a large pumpkin. Which unit should he use? Mass. Inches are not units of mass. Grams are units of mass, but they're for light things, and a large pumpkin would be pretty heavy. Kilogram sounds right. Liter is a unit of capacity, so no, it is the kilogram. All right, so let's take a look at the directions of your independent practice. Here you're going to choose gram or kilogram for each item and write it below. Remember, gram is for lighter things, kilograms are for heavier things, things that would weigh. Remember, a kilogram is like the 1,000 paperclip box, or another example they gave was the bunch of bananas. So heavier things with kilograms. So we have a turkey, a feather, a crown, a lamp, a baseball, and a tea kettle. Question 7. A bag of peanuts weighs about 36 grams. A bag of walnuts weighs about 42 grams. Yola buys 2 bags of each. How many grams of nuts does Yola have? Represent your steps to solve the problem. So that just means show your work down here. If she buys 2 of the bags of peanuts, that's 36 grams and another 36 grams, and then 2 of the bags of walnuts, 42 grams and another 42 grams. We want to know how many grams that is total. Question 8, look at the balance scale below. Draw an object on one side of the scale to make the scale balanced. So if this is 1 kilogram and they are balanced, we want something over here that weighs about the same as 1 kilogram. And there were a couple examples given. One, we had the box of paper clips. We had the bananas. I don't know if they gave us any others. You could look up another one if you wanted to, but those are 2 examples that they gave us that would be about 1 kilogram. Question 9, a juice box weighs about as much as a softball, which is the best unit to use to measure the mass of a juice box. We're not talking about its capacity, not how much juice is in it, but its mass, how heavy it is. Okay, so remember that a softball and a juice box, both of those things are, while they do have some weight to them, they're not going to be super heavy. Antonio wants to find the mass of his backpack filled with books. Now this would be very heavy, a backpack filled with books. Which unit should he use? Okay, we're talking about its mass, how heavy it is. Which item's mass should be measured in kilograms? Remember, kilograms are going to be for heavier items, so you're looking for which of these would be a heavier item. And which item's mass should be measured in grams? Grams are lighter, so it's going to be the lightest one here. Question 13. Sarah is making fruit salad for a picnic. She slices 3 kilograms of apples, 5 kilograms of peaches, and 2 kilograms of strawberries. She divides the fruit into 5 large bowls. About how many kilograms of fruit are in each bowl? So you need to figure out how many kilograms that is altogether, and then figure out if you divided that equally but into 5 bowls, that the number of kilograms divided by 5 would be how much in each one. And question 14. Desiree is baking cakes. She needs 9 grams of baking powder and 12 grams of baking soda. She divides the baking powder and baking soda equally among 3 pies. How many combined grams of baking powder and baking soda will each pie get? So you can figure out the combined amount of baking powder and baking soda up here. We have 9 and 12. And then she's going to divide that out equally among the 3 pies. And we want to know how much for each one. So combine and then divide it between 3 pies and see what we get. Alright, don't forget to have your parent take a picture of your work when you're finished and email it or send it in to your math teacher